guys, Broheen here from the Gamers Emporium channel, bringing you a little video on the Necromancer for Dragon Age Inquisition's multiplayer. So, as you can see, level 20, so this is a full-on guide. So the way I have it built, I believe I have made one mistake with this build, but it wasn't overly drastic to making this build not work. So, as far as the abilities go, we do the Gravelord. At least that's the type I made. It's a Gravelord Necromancer. Now it doesn't seem like much of a Gravelord because Necromancers typically raise the dead. You don't really raise the dead with this character, so in my opinion, he's not really a true Necromancer, but it is what it is. So, but with this character being Gravelord, you get to control other NPCs or enemies, and you know, do spells with your mind, like confusion, or you can spec into fire or ice. It's kind of a little mix of everything, but it has its own distinction. So, looking at the Gravelord tree, fill up everything. The mistakes that I made. You can get flash fire just for another. A flash fire should be the one. You can get Mind Blast, I should say. Mind Blast is not really worth it. I used it just to have another ability when I was lower level, but I haven't used it since like level 7 or 8 on this character, so not really crucial at all. Don't get Mind Blast. Now the upgrade for Blistering Pain for flash fire, not really worth it in this case. I'd rather take the extra stuff out of the other tree, out of the permafrost tree, to get the extra magic and spell power and whatnot. So just you know, work your way down from horror and despair, blinding terror, flash fire, then go down the middle for conductive current, but skip the 2 on the sides. Then go down to hasten demise and grab overwhelming force and unsullied victim. Then Simulacrum, Death Siphon, Power of the Dead, and then max out your Spirit Mark and Lingering Mark, and Walking Bomb and Virulent. So, basically, the way you want to build this tree, you want the heavy hitting abilities as fast as possible. So, don't even worry about the upgrades at first. So, except Horror. Do Horror, and then get Despair, because that makes it do damage. And then go straight down the middle, Blinding Terror, Conductive Current, Hasten Demise, Simulacrum, and then grab Walking Bomb first and Spirit Mark next. Now Walking Bomb is nice because you basically pick a target, hit him with the Walking Bomb. When that enemy dies, or you can manually trigger the explosion, it deals 600% of your weapon damage to the character that explodes. Now when you upgrade that, it spreads it to nearby enemies, and this does do AoE damage by itself. But if you get Virulent and you kill an enemy by detonating it, then every enemy around it that gets hit with the damage also gets the Walking Bomb effect, and when they die, they'll explode, and so on and so forth. So it can be a huge chain of events of high damage. And it does a ton of damage if you have a good weapon. Now my mage has a decent weapon, but I'll show you here shortly once we get into some gameplay. As far as the other tree goes, basically go down Winter's Grasp. That's a spell you can use off the get-go as well. You get that right from the start. I don't use it anymore, but it's no matter what, it's there. Don't upgrade it. Use Gathering Storm, Clean Burn, go over to the right for Calculating, and then get Tricks of the Trade. And that's pretty much it. As far as inventory-wise, for weapons, I've got, let's see, the one on the right, Main Hand Magister Lightning Staff. It's 104 DPS, rare staff. Put a Master Spirit Rune in it. Nothing too crazy special. Looks cool, though. For the armor, Necromancer's Raiment. I've got the Apprentice Coat Arms and Coat Legs in it. Again, nothing too extravagant. And accessories, looks like I've got, let's see, Ring 1 and Ring 2 ability damage and crit damage bonus for the rings, and just Amulet of Cunning. That's it pretty much. So let's find a match here. Quick match, and I suppose we'll go on random and threatening. So as soon as I find a match here, guys, we'll come back in and I will show you some of the abilities in use. Alright guys, welcome back. We've entered the Elven Ruins here, and this bastard keeps walking in front of me. So as soon as I get in, you'll see my layout there. The square is my my spirit control. My circle is my walking bomb. R1 is my little AoE deal here called Horror with the upgrade. And then I use the fire ability. The fire ability is nice because the way Necromancer works is, watch what happens when I cast this. Everything's panicked. Well, one thing there got panicked. So, your character, with the way it's built, with the way you use this build, is you get extra damage to panicked enemies. So, now here's Walking Bomb. Put that there, and then if I can press circle again, boom, everything just blows up. Now everything else is blowing up too because the thing that I killed died. You can see the kind of confetti there, which is kind of goofy. But I killed one thing with it, and the original thing I killed with it, so it spread to everybody else. And when they died, then they also blew up and did damage to other things. So that's how, basically a prime example of how Walking Bomb works. And you can put it on like this and then detonate it immediately if you wish. And see, there's another 2 kill streak. I don't know what these guys are doing, but then you can spirit guide these guys. So now once this one dies, you'll be able to see. Alright, he comes up as this kind of like phantom colored deal, or this white ghost colored. That means he's fighting on my side. He's also got a green health bar, so he's actually doing damage for me. Now he can die just like the rest of us, or I can press square again, and it will basically de-summon him. Sometimes you get to a point where like you're about to open a chest and you have to battle the guardian that's guarding the chest. So now the chest won't open if you control that guardian in the end. If you try to control him and use him for the rest of the amount of the zone here, the chest will not open. So here's a little room here.
Anything like this.
I'm gonna go up this way. I hate some of the ground collision in this game. It's kind of annoying. So basically, long story short, is you want to do like this number. Well, I missed. You want to do this number, panic them. You can spirit guide them. And we're gonna try to walk and bomb something. There we go. Bam! All that confetti, man. Woo! And this guy died. Well, we've recently found a way to teabag, so I'm gonna have a special of Dragon Age at some point where it's just clips of me teabagging people as I'm reviving them. So that'll be fun and it'll be funny. So thank you, Silent Chaos, for figuring out how to teabag in this game. So but anyways, we'll go through a couple more enemies here, and I'll kind of lay out what I'm doing, and we'll go through the fear demon. This guy will get panicked. The only problem with the fire ability that I've got is it uses a ton of mana. So that's why I don't like using it, but it's a good single target ability that does quite a lot of damage because it's fire, and it also panics enemies. But so does your horror, which is AoE. If you see this on the ground, can't really, yeah, right here. If you see this on the ground, this is the whole big circle that you can hit enemies inside, and it'll panic all of them, as long as they're able to be panicked. So, so good to know information right there. Alright, couple more rounds of enemies, and we'll let you get on your way to making a Necromancer. These guys suck, those chill demons, whatever they're called. But they're fun when you get them on your side. So this guy's gonna die, and he's gonna fight with me here because I told him to. But the only thing that sucks about the spirit guide is the fact that when you control something, if there's nothing left to fight, it's not like they follow you around the room. They will stop doing what they're doing if there's nothing in the immediate area to fight. So now I died. This is the other perk. So I died, but I get to live for 10 more seconds bonus afterwards. So I can revive somebody. I can pretty much do whatever. Well, that was weird. He like hit me with his fire ability. But it allows you to fight for 10 seconds as a phantom, and during that time you can revive people, you can interact with things for 10 seconds, and you can also cast any ability without using mana. So you basically become a 10-second powerhouse. But after 10 seconds you die, and then you've got to be revived. When you die, you're useless, so yeah, not really 100% worth it, but it's part of one of the abilities that you have to get in order to create this build the way I've done. So but on that note, I don't have anything else left to teach you about this. So just remember, use your walking bomb on an enemy. Wait till they're low enough health to where you'll kill them by detonating it. Detonate it. Do damage to everything around you. Spread it to everything around them, and then they'll explode as well when they hit death. So like that. Cool. Yeah, there's the confetti. Works out pretty good. Now I will be the first to tell you. Oh, we're gonna grab this guy. Oh, see, now he's fighting on my team, which is kind of cool. I keep getting sidetracked here. Anyways, the Necromancer starts off very, very, very slow. So if you want to create a good Necromancer, just stick with it, and once you get to be around like level somewhere between 13 and 15, you'll actually get some abilities that actually do some damage, and it'll be a lot more fun for you. So on that note, guys, have a good day, and I hope that this helps you create Necromancers for the PvP, or not PvP, but multiplayer PvE in Dragon Age and Inquisition. Thanks.